Hi friends, Alok here. So, one of the insights that you can achieve when you do meditation. Now, I haven't completely achieved this insight, so I speak. I've partially. I've hit kind of part of this insight in meditation, but I'm confident other people have achieved it very fully, who have been engaged in meditation, is the illusion of the ego and of the I, and this is it's and to get somewhere towards this insight is essential if you're doing any kind of meditation, because at least from my experience, I think it's fundamental to what meditation teaches you. And it's more than just teaching you, because I'm going to tell you something and you will understand it intellectually, and then you'll be able to look at yourself. But through meditation, you will know it, you will feel it, it will become you completely. And I'll explain it a little bit more. But it's this insight that it would be also the Cartesian error, that there is an ego, that there is somebody who will have thoughts and feelings and so on and other things, rather than they're simply just being thoughts, being desires, being urges. And that's the insight, is that you might have a feeling, you might have an urge, you might have a thought, but those things are not you. Language, of course, can encourage this deception. So in English we say, I am hungry. Now in French, we don't say that. We say, j'ai faim, which means I have hunger, which is more in line with the insight that it's not something you are, which is something or the other, but that you have something. And there are other ways it's expressed in other languages. In Hindi in India, so you would say that this thing is occurring to me. Hunger is occurring to me, is a common way of saying it. And so that's a fundamental insight. Is just that these emotions, these feelings. So, for instance, anger. That when you practice meditation, anger might still come in your head, but you can let it go. When I'm out of practice in meditation, anger can come in my head. I will get angry, and I can look at myself while I'm doing this, and I could say, like, why am I angry? I'm not meditating. I am angry here, and I can observe myself. But it's a lot harder. I shouldn't say it's a lot harder. I don't immediately let go of that anger the way I do when I'm not meditating, let's say, when I haven't really achieved that insight or not meditating. When you're meditating, it's not something that you have to think about. It's something that these urges, desires will come to you, and immediately you will let them. They will just leave you. You will not entertain them. You will not get angry. Nothing will happen. When you're not meditating, but maybe you, unlike a lot of people, use your faculty of reason or reflection. Maybe you've achieved these insights, and so you would do sort of what I was just describing, that you will observe yourself, like, why am I angry and talking like this? This is not good. But what meditation can help you achieve is that none of these things, they become actually more permanently, like, not dissociated from you, that thoughts and urges and things come in your mind and they just go away. And you have control over yourself. So that's one of the great insights in meditation. To achieve it fully, I'll talk about what I do in meditation, which is really simple, and then some of the other techniques that I know. But really, to achieve a lot of these things fully, to get even a fuller control over yourself, you should seek out a real teacher and get into a real practice. So, as I'll talk about, doing these apps and things are probably are not of much help, or even useless from my experience. Not useless, but not very helpful from my experience. What I'll teach you has been very helpful from my experience, but I'm sure that you can go a lot farther in meditation with a teacher, and you could achieve extraordinary things that I've seen. People who will hold their arm out for decades, people who have extraordinary physical feats and extraordinary control over themselves. But that can come later. as you keep meditating and find a teacher. And then you can watch my other video when I talk about specifically what I do in meditation. It's so simple, and a little bit more about the effects on me and so on. All right, thank you, friends.